Selling girls. It's hard to think about, it's hard to imagine. But the truth is, it is happening right here in America. Predators targeting vulnerable girls and women, sometimes as young as 11. They lure them in online and off, flattering them with compliments, praise. You're pretty, you should model. They learn the victim's vulnerabilities. They gain psychological control. They isolate them. And then they threaten them with violence against the girls or their families if they do not do as instructed. The girls describe feeling trapped, scared. And the next thing they know, they are being marketed for sex. And who buys them? It could be your neighbor, your doctor, your friend. All a person has to do is log on to the internet, find an ad, and click and buy. You will hear from one man who did it, a suburban husband and father who says it's just that simple. It's easy to say, not my child, not my sister, not my husband. But the next hour could change how you feel, and hopefully will advance a conversation about protecting young women. A conversation started recently by Tegna Media, led by the award-winning investigative team at NBC affiliate WXIA in Atlanta. We begin with Rebecca Bender. She was a young single mom from a loving family, and at 18 years old, she was forced into sex trafficking by her boyfriend.
I had met him at a party. He was the kind of guy that everybody in the room wanted to be his friend, and all the girls wanted to date him. We dated for 6 months, and things got serious very quickly. So he proposed the idea of moving to Vegas, and he said, but I can't ask you and the baby to move to Vegas because this isn't where families live. And I thought, oh, he thinks we're a family. I'll come. He'd gotten us an apartment, and he told me that night we had some sleeping bags, I think. We weren't even completely unpacked or anything, and he said, get dressed up, I want to take you out on the town. And he drove me to a dead-end street instead of to a nightclub. And so he was like, well, this building is an escort service, and you're gonna need to sign up. And I thought, escort? That sounds like prostitution. This isn't what I signed up for. This wasn't my plan. And that's when he slapped me across the face. And he said, you're gonna go inside and you're gonna get my money back. And I knocked on the door, and he was an attractive young man. I remember him opening his wallet and counting out a little over 300 bucks. And pulled me on top of him, and I had on a dress, so he had pulled my underwear to the side. And then I thought, how did I get here? How did I get to that moment where it's gradual, and then suddenly this boundary that you swore you'd never cross, you're crossing, and before you can backtrack, it's over.
Rebecca Bender, who is now a nationally recognized anti-trafficking advocate, joins us here. Rebecca, welcome to you.
Thanks.
So this guy you'd been dating him for 6 months, he met your family. Had there been any indications earlier on that he was controlling, that he was manipulating?
I mean, my family always thought something was not right, but I don't think very many American families think human trafficking. They thought, is he a drug dealer? Something's off. But I was so in love that it was hard to convince me otherwise.
How did he get you to go into that hotel room for the first night with another man?
Well, we went to a townhouse. It was a local call. We had left my daughter at home with his brother. And so immediately when he slapped me across the face, my first response was, I don't know where my baby is. I don't know my address by heart. I just got to Las Vegas from this tiny town in Oregon. I didn't know the city. And so I complied. I was afraid. And I just wanted to get back to my baby. And I just wanted the night to be over. I wanted to go back to being happy and in love and hopeful. And hope breeds eternal misery.
Describe the feeling of the first time a strange man who had paid for you got on top of you.
Well, it was so fast that it's almost like people wonder why you make decisions you do, or why don't you just run? They have all these questions about, you know, what they would do if they were in those situations. But things happen so quickly that it's like by the time you can think about a plan, things change, and you're leaving, you're out of the room, you're able to get back in the car. The hard part was when I got in the vehicle and he said, "How much did we make?" And I said, "I got $300, and he took the money. And he said, "You didn't have sex for this, right? You'll do better next time." And that's when I just started crying. I thought, this isn't what I thought. This is complete fraud and deceit to lure me away from my support system.
Mm-hmm. Do you know, there'll be some people out there who will say, okay, the first night you were afraid for your daughter. How was there ever a second night? Why didn't you separate from him? Why didn't you hitchhike, get out, do anything?
Right, a lot of people think that. Well, it's the same reasons why women in domestic violence don't run. It's the same reason why there's cult-like behavior. I mean, they're very good at brainwashing and manipulation, and they make you feel like there's this dangling carrot that you're going to reach and that it's going to be over soon. One more week, one more day, one more month. And so you keep hoping that the end comes, and by the time a few weeks, month go by, you're pretty brainwashed.
So what was the light bulb moment for you in trying to extricate yourself from this?
There were several, but physical abuse got very severe once I arrived. He had never hit me or was violent at all prior to arriving. And he started being abusive, and I started feeling like this isn't what I signed up for. I would cry and say, I don't want to do it. Domestic violence, neighbors called the police for domestic violence. The police would arrive. I just thought for a long time that I didn't even realize I was being trafficked. Mm-hmm. I thought that I was in domestic violence and my boyfriend was pressuring me to make money in escorting. But I envisioned human trafficking, I think like most Americans, that it's kidnapped children in other countries, right, locked in rooms. I didn't realize what it looked like in a first world domestic setting. And that's why we are really geared to train Americans today on how to identify human trafficking and how to respond in their own town. Mm-hmm. Because there's many ways that it can look, and if we only envision kidnapping, we're gonna miss it when it's right in front of us.
What is the, I mean, now that you're an advocate, you got yourself out, you got yourself away from him, what is the number one thing you feel like people need to know?
I feel like people need to know that human trafficking is not what they saw in the movie Taken. That it's
That's what everybody thinks, right? That's what I thought before we got into this too.
Right. It's way more complex. They target your vulnerabilities, they gradually expand your boundaries, increase your trust in them, and then they pressure you little by little to start moving that boundary line until you are in hot water, until you realize the water is heated up around you and you're boiling. Mm-hmm. And then you start trying to run. That's usually when people start trying to run. The separation
from your family, the increasing control, the isolation. I mean, these are all patterns of abuse, as you point out, and of trafficking, and in any case, cause for alarm.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.